Unfinished business. Chi-Boy and Quinn get another shot at the trio that ended their MWI.
EWC. It's a time to be alive. Another Hanabi pick, a signature pick at that. And we'll see exactly how this all pans out.
If it's pure front to back, the Hanabi can work. And I think Team Ray Young, yeah, they've made it work a couple of times. They mentioned it on the panel earlier. Young man from the Philippines, Leo, in the building, Naisu.
That's not very nice.
What? Oh, he's a building, dude. He's massive. He's like, he goes to the gym and stuff, right? Team Ray Young, though, this is a problem, Nora. Nora in XP against a CC. I think a lot of players now, they figured out the winning matchup. We were talking about this as well, right? Who wins against Esme? Not a lot of picks. CC is one of them. Does well. The other pick that I would like to see is a Dairoth.
Ooh, the Dairoth. I think a lot of people have been mentioning it, you know, stream A, stream B, the Dairoth pick. Technically, it does really great in lane, and we have yet to see whether or not the Dairoth really pays off later on. Wait a second, Miko gets caught really low here. Yep. Did she get it off quick here? Okay, she still gets out.
Yeah, it's just revitalize out, boom, there you go. The Dairoth, I think, especially if these teams want to start playing more of those assassins, physical assassins in the jungle, can work really well.
Imagine Dairoth Paquito.
Paquito jungle?
Yeah.
Or Dairoth jungle and Paquito XP?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You might be cooking there. Could also work with the Balman. I think the Balman is technically the better version, right? Because you have that shred. Leo loves Balman, by the way, just saying.
We saw Balman earlier on. We're not going to see it right now, though. We're going to focus on the Gwyn and the Boxias of the world. So far, everything has been quite passive. No crazy plays just yet. But we do see a rotation coming in from Tan on the Guinevere here to the top side of the map. But little do they know, there's 4 members from Navi up top too.
Yep, Keishi with the shield unity. I mean, to be fair, it's expected. Team Ray Young and Navi, they're both very calculated. They don't just go in randomly and go for skirmishes. They wait for neutral objectives and they play it slow. I got to talk to Frost, and that's exactly what he said to the team. Just play it slow. As long as you win, Takani bursts it down by not Ayanami. Ben just procced as well. She's able to survive the RBM. Peels for Ayanami now with the yo-yos. Gets away just barely. Oh my goodness! Ayanami with 1 HP gets away. Now V on the turtle. It's free.
She was there, and then she wasn't. Tan early exit even before the objective, really allowing Navi to pick up the first neutral objective of the game. And my oh my, did we not account for the damage of not Ayanami? What is that shred?
That's a shred you should expect when you got a lot of HP. And to be fair, Team Ray Young does have a lot of HP in their composition. Now, losing in the early game ain't all that bad. They can still play for that scaling game. But listen, if this composition snowballs...
Oh my god, Nora?
Hanabi won't have a front line to rely on. That's the problem. Yeah, Nora, not gonna have a good time. Not Ayanami. I'll be surprised if she doesn't go see a Halberd first item.
And it feels like if we, go back to the discussion of the gold lane, Hanabi requires a little bit more time to get rolling, to get online. She needs a lot more farm. She needs to scale. She needs to get to her items maybe a lot later than compared to the Claude. So Team Ray Young right now are in a peculiar position where there's a window that they lost early and they need to rely later on, and hopefully they can withstand the storm coming through from Navi PH, because if we know them for anything, Navi PH are great at looking for opportunities and looking for weaknesses in the enemy composition, and they're doing just that.
Uh-oh. Headbutt baiting on the Purify. The RBM as well. Chi-Boy's gonna get thrown back by the heavy spin. Now Mirai with a pin down on Miku. The current call on both of them. Oh, they gotta run together. Synchronize Ayanami. Almost takes Miku out of the skirmish. Kin, all she can do is clear bot. Right now, that's the case. This is the weak side gold laner effect.
Absolutely. Now things are shaping up to still be in favor of Navi. We do see that the turtle is going to spawn in under 7 seconds. Keishi's already in the area, just picking out her own jungle, looking to farm a bit more. And something important to note is Keishi's actually a level ahead of the enemy jungle right now. Tan, does she really want to go for that 50-50 on that neutral objective, or does she want to get a pick before she goes for that 50-50 retry take?
I don't know. It's going to be very, very tough, man. I don't even think it's 50-50 with all the poke that Navi have and the heavy spin. That's an all-in over on Chiboy. Wrath of the Triad gonna be used up, but look at the heavy spin again. Able to pin her down for Keishi to get a free retribution as Rayan walks up with the blazing duet. Rain gets away as well. Now Rian goes back to the BMI onto Nora with the anti-regen honor for the passive. Ayanami just tearing her apart. Nora goes down. Rian's on Quinn. She has CC immunity. She's going for a little bit more damage. Keishi's gonna walk up, slam onto the minions. 5-0. Navi are just clean.
Brutal, 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 brutal. They made a decision there, Team Rayoung, and it really didn't pay off. Maybe they'll understand that they need to play for Hanabi more. It looks like there are rotations coming in from Miku and Chiboy to the bottom side of the map. Maybe looking for a punish on not Ayanami, who's sitting at 2-0-2. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Ikanbana lands, the taunt doesn't. The Wrath of the Triad though lands, but Ayanami is still able to survive for a bit. Gets one kill before she dies, but it's now going to be 2 on the board, and Miku might just follow next. Rain is going to go for the chase right now, and Mirai is looking for the cut. RWM dropped on her, and the Panda gets a big body slam to take her down. Rihanna instantly with the blazing duet. Headbutt and the heavy spin. Hands just pinned down. 8-1. This is a stomp and a half for Navi. Whoa. Nora with a walk up.
Huh?
Yeah, she just purifies out. This is very unlike Team Rayoung.
Okay, I think they're really playing into the tempo and the momentum that has shaped from Navi PH. And you would think as an experienced roster from Team Rayoung, they even have a gold medalist in the midst, that they wouldn't, fall into that kind of momentum. But Navi, again, taking so much control over what's going on right now here in the 7th minute of the game. That was a 1-for-4 trade, by the way. They only took not Ayanami for the price of everything. But luckily enough, Team Rayoung, they do get something in return. They get a structure.
Keishi just really wants to go with the fights, man. This is Spatial Migration and a Valo Requiem landing, but Keishi with the Poissons is unkillable. Quinn, though, is very vulnerable. Mirai with a pin down of the heavy spin. Tan and Chiboy isolated from the rest of the team, and it's just pickups here and there. Nora gets a trade in the end with Ayanami falling, but Mirai is practically soloing Miku with the hell of the blazing duet. Now Rian's gonna take the kill on Miku, and it'll be all good as Rain flickers out to safety against Nora.
13-3. That's a 10-kill gap in the span of 7 minutes. We were talking about them being 2 teams that really love the objective plays. 2 teams that really play slow, and yet this is what we're getting here, as it seems like Navi PH are playing like they have something to prove. But here it is, the replay. You can see the collapse coming in from Mirai as well with the heavy spin, and the follow-up damage coming through. Not Ayanami still is just wreaking havoc, and it was somewhat of a staple before, and it has come back again. Not Ayanami, again being one of the pivotal roles here in Navi PH from then and now back here again.
And you can see it already, Perfect Turtle, that impact showing right in the land of Dawn, man. Dominance Ice picked up by Mirai. She's got to be careful. She has a bounty on her. 3-0-6 on the roaming Panda. That's kind of crazy.
Huh? That's your what?
She got more kills than
right.
Rian. If you cover the names, you'd expect Rian to have that KDA.
Maybe she's like, Rian, it's okay. Just chill. I can do it for a bit.
I thought that was going to be like an inspirational message. Just, okay, Rian, it's okay.
Do I want to bring up stoicism now?
You know stoicism? That's how I deal with it. Yo, Winter Crown picked up by Tan. RWM straight onto Quinn. Blazing Duet is... Whoa. Maybe they need a bit of stoicism. This is a bit too crazy, a bit too bonkers. Rian gets punished for it, and now Keishi as well. Spatial Migration and the Violet Requiem. Right when you bring up stoicism, they start going a bit too bombastic here, Eterna.
Okay, maybe it was stoicism for Team Rayoung.
See?
You know, despite being behind for the first 9 minutes of the game, they finally see a loophole in Navi's gameplay and they completely punish and take advantage over it. They come back here. That 3,000 plus K gold lead that Navi were building has now shrunk to only half. So Team Rayoung are definitely still in. And it's scary because, again, Navi is a gold laner that scales so well into the late game, and it's definitely going to be a problem when she gets to her power spike.
Spike.
It's very close for Quinn to get to that power spike. Ayanami, curtain call, but it's only on Chiboy again to go for a fight, but now it's going to be
All the damage placed out. Oh, Quinn gets pincered all over with a flicker. Ayanami survives again, getting chased out by Nora. Miku has to flicker out of the way. Ayanami is going back to sustain, and it's Nora who got baited by Ayanami. Now the rest of the team falling through, and it's Nora that pops into Purify, gets out with the help of Chiboy's Revitalize.
That's the second time. That's the second time not Ayanami has done something like that and still is able to get out alive. She is so good at baiting, and Team Raeyoung always fall into that. Look at the space now Navi instantly has. Team Raeyoung was able to find a moment of capitalization, and yet Navi adapting again on the fly, and they have all it takes. They have the tools, but they don't have the ults just yet, so they do have to buy a little bit more time for those resources to come back up if they want to go for the 5v5 contest on the Lord.
The goal lead's gone though. Despite that crazy fight again, it's 14-5, but the goal lead is only at 1,600. Team Raeyoung, they gotta understand the winning condition now. They need to kite back. They need to be the ones to play around Quinn and Miku. They can't be the one chasing. Navi losing out of that mid-prio. Team Raeyoung wanna gamble. Tan's level 12. Keishi's level 13. Now it's Rihanna, the Blazing Duet, and the pin down as well. Wrath of the Dryad locking him down again as Mirai gets shut down, with the Retribution comes through from Keishi. RWM onto Chiboy. In the back is finally Ayanami falling to Miku, and Chiboy gets away in time. Lord for Navi, but everything else goes to Team Raeyoung.
It was a really good winter crown, I believe, for Tan. She knew exactly what Navi wanted to do earlier on. Sure, she misses out that Retribution and, you know, gives the neutral objective over to Navi, but at the very end of it, she wastes a lot of resources and allows the other members of Team Raeyoung to actually find more value in that particular team fight. So now they're going to have to push with not Ayanami. I know she's spawning in 6 seconds, so hopefully Navi can still utilize the wave control and allow them to collapse together so they can get something out of that Lord take, because it looks like Team Raeyoung are in position to look for that clear before the structure.
Seems like they've also figured out the fact that they need to kite back against Navi. Navi, crazy engage. They got that zoning as well. If Team Raeyoung chase though, however, they don't really have the right resources to get the Hanabi and the Lilia in place. So it's all about kiting back with your carries. Sure, you can have some few members doing their own thing. I'd say Nora can just try to split this front to back of Navi, but everybody else gotta peel for Quinn and Miku.
I agree. Lilia's starting to hurt. Miku's starting to hurt. She has 2 items under her belt right now, the glowing one as well as the lightning truncheon, and that burst damage is not seen, but it definitely will be felt, especially when it gets to the team fights where they group up a lot, and I think Navi are definitely starting to feel it now.
I wonder what items Quinn is on now, right? Has she gotten every one of those Swift Trinity items?
Yes.
All right.
She has the Golden Staff, Corrosion, and the DHS.
So does she have the Melfic Gun now is the question. There you go. Melfic Gun on the way. Defiant Glaive just picked up by Rain now, so that'll certainly help with shredding down some of these frontliners who already have the Chastised Pauldron, and that is interesting. Ayanami, Sea Halberd only now picked up. Like, earlier on, I expected it to be the early pickup, maybe second item because of the lane, but I'm guessing it's just because they're thinking, all right, we got a Baksha, we don't need the anti-regen. But it's hurt her quite a bit in the later stage of the game right there, because Keishi a lot of times is playing a different game entirely, playing for Rain, for Rian, and Ayanami just doing her own thing without the Sea Halberd. Now with the Sea Halberd, that'll certainly help. Quinn actually goes and prioritizes the Rose Gold Meteor first instead of the Melfic Gun. More defense, playing it a bit safer.
I think she knows that she's going to be like the main winning condition for Team Raeyoung, right? There's 2 options in that scenario. Do you want to go big or go home? Do you want to go for...
Go big.
Go big.
Go big.
Okay, so they don't go home.
Hope not, right? We don't want anyone to go home, but kind of have to if they leave.
Yeah, that's how competition works. But
Keys get crushed.
14 minutes in, 14th level here for Keishi. It looks like Tan has actually caught up.
They go for the pincer maneuver again on Tam, but the winner crown buys a little more time as Mirai gets bursted down entirely. Going to the back line though, pops into Aegis, is able to kite for just a bit longer. Miku's right there, but it's Rian with a triple kill, tearing through the back line, and now it's Nora next. The Sea Halberd doing work. Ayanami trying to go for the dive. Tan and Nora surviving, but it's just a big win for Navi.
It's crazy how one item can alter the course of the game, can alter the course of the team fight, and alter the fate of Team Ray Young earlier on. I mean, you guys saw that, right? The shred coming through once again. You know, Nora unable to have the impact that she initially had, and we were talking so much about, you know, the itemization coming in from Quinn, and little did we realize Rian hit her power spike as well. The Swift Trinity is already taken by her, and she was able to get 3-1-7, that triple kill in, and things are just turning around. 3,000 gold lead now for Navi, and it turns out that's a 1k gold difference between both gold laners.
No wonder. You can see the damage definitely, and the go big factor. That's a Melfic gun instead of the Rose Gold, and the Winter Crown is going to give her so much more ways to actually just dive in, honk her down, and then freeze while gunning people out. Winter Crown for Keishi as well. I love the response here. Team Ray Young, they were the ones first onto the Winter Crowns for the Guinevere. It's just kind of like a common item though for the Guinevere. It's like the usual build for her. Now for Keishi, she realizes that. She realizes that Team Ray Young can actually start shredding down a lot of the frontliners, so she wants to delay the fights as well. Ray, just for a bit more safety, picks up another Winter Crown. So we got 3 Winter Crowns for Navi.
That's crazy. That's a lot of Winter Crowns.
Gotta say it right. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But wait, here goes the siege. That's a real world manipulation.
Crazy zoning with the Winter Crown already used by Tam, but she's gonna get chain CC now with the Rapid Dryad, locking him down as well. Mirai loses the immortality, but the rest of the team's right there. Mirai is able to flicker out, so they just crack open the far lane base turret, and they back away. Signature Filipino discipline.
And that's all they need. That's all they need. They don't even have to risk anything more. They know, once again, the opposite side of the Lord Inhibitor was taken down, and that's something that they can play to their advantage. And if Team Ray Young forget housekeeping, remember, there is a Claude on the other side of the map. We already saw a Claude backdoor in MWI earlier on. I think it was the first day of the MWI groups. I don't think we want to see it again. Not with everything on the line here.
150,000 damage taken by G-Boy. Retry from Keishi to take the purple buff away. It really is a battle of front to back. You see those numbers on the frontliners. It's purely who has the better front, who has the better peel for their backline. Thing is, for Navi, only Ray needs peel, really. Rian's diving with the rest of the team, and that's really what's caused such a problem for Team Ray Young's backline. Miku and Quinn, they don't have enough sustainability to deal with a Claude and Ayanami walking up on the CC with all the CC of the Akai.
And that's not even taking into consideration of the magic damage coming in from Rain.
And Keishi.
It would be interesting to see what items Eve has right now, like how far she's in.
Fishing Lantern, Glowing Wand, Divine Glaive, Winter Crown. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a Holy Crystal.
That
but
hurts.
It's probably Blood Wings.
That hurts for the frontliners, man.
Oh, yeah. That's the reason Chiboy's been taking a lot. Number 1 in the damage taken, and look at the waves in the bottom lane. This is why Navi just back away after getting that base turret. They have a slow push built up bot, and they know for a fact no one on Team Ray Young can be sent down below. So right now for Team Ray Young, it's either you gamble on a 5v5 or a Lord take, or you lose out completely on the bottom lane.
They need to make a decision now. They need to make a decision quick, because the waves are still crashing there in the bottom side of the map. Tan,
Back road.
you want to go 50-50? You're both at level 15 now.
Oh,
What?
no.
Huh? They sent Quinn to mid?
Just for a bit. No vision, though. So that's why Navi are going to play with it. And the bottom wave's going to crash into the base. This is big. Who are you going to send? Oh, they're hesitating. They don't know who to send, and it's already going to be crashing in. And again, they're just going back and forth with the waves still there. Navi love it here. They thrive in this position. It's Team Ray Young that need to make a move. Nora's going to be the one sent down below, and this might be the time for Navi to look for a 4v5 or to look to burst it down. Keishi taking position, forcing Nora away from that wave again, and there's going to be another wave crashing down as Chi-Boy looks for an opening. Wrath of the Dryad, and the heavy spin comes around from Mirai. That's an RBM as the Lord gets taken, and now Chi-Boy is going to lose her immortality. Isolated in front of everybody. Headbutt knocks her up for Ayanami to take her down. It is the perfect Lord dance for Navi.
So smart, so intelligent, and the experience is definitely showing here for Navi PH. The winners of MWI 2024 once crowned champions. And it's definitely showing here. Not Ayanami, very smart build with the Winter Crown earlier on. She had it just before the Lord and she utilized it in that Lord take, understanding the amount of resources that would be wasted to take her down and the amount of time that she was able to buy for the rest of her team to do the work for her. 7,300 gold lead now for NAVI PH. 20 minutes already has elapsed. And that enhanced Lord is marching in the bottom side. They're relying on Miku and Quinn to be able to clear this as fast as possible.
Whoa, Quinn's doing so much damage. Ayanami down, very low. Blazing away with a crown. Mirai's gonna be caught by the Wrath of the Dryad earlier. Keiji with the Poissons. And look at that. The struggle for NAVI to take the crystal down, but they've taken all the base turrets. Team Ray Young, they have amazing clear with the Hanabi and the Lilia. What's been the problem has been the frontliners not really being able to peel for the backline, but when they're under that crystal, makes it a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all G in their own base. It's so much easier as well to go for the targeting. They don't necessarily have to go to that much of an effort. There's no possibility of like a backdoor play as well, a flanking play. And we can already see that Quinn, full items. Swift Trinity, she has the Malefic gun, and she also has the Immortal, just in case things go south for her. There's also another layer of defense with the Rose Gold Meteor, so she's going double defense actually here.
Love to see it. Team Ray Young just doubling down on defense. Winter Crown again. Rian swapped it out earlier after utilizing the Winter Crown, going straight to the Immortality. Now we have a slow game again before the Lord spawns. And this time around, folks, it's another evolved Lord that we're waiting for. Another Winter Crown picked up. Mirai baits out the Purify. Big resource spent. Down for 90 seconds as the Lord will spawn in the game. And the bottom wave is still in favor of NAVI. Hell, it's not just the bottom lane, it's mid and top as well. So Team Ray Young, they're going to have a lot to deal with.
It's these small things that NAVI PH are able to get out. Like something as simple as a spell that can really alter the course of these particular team fights. So it looks like they do and will be able to clear in that bottom side of the map, but it's still going to be pushing in favor of NAVI. So again, Team Ray Young are the ones on the timer here. They have 2 waves pushing in favor of NAVI. This is a headache, if anything, for Team Ray Young. They really have to dig deep into this one.
And NAVI are not giving them any chance. Constantly resetting the Lord, not giving Team Ray Young any space. Ayanami will shove in mid to force these rotations and to force Team Ray Young to reveal themselves. Quinn and Miku both visible on the map. That means NAVI are going to go straight for the Lord again. They know Team Ray Young have no hold. Even in their own jungle, NAVI, a free Lord. This time it's evolved. They're going to have that damage reduction as they look to close this one out.
They don't go for it. They don't go for the gamble. And
No chance.
I guess it makes sense. Their only hope now is to wait for maybe an overstep or an oversight from NAVI as they push in with the Lord. But like you mentioned, an evolved Lord is not a Lord to underestimate as well.
So we'll find out whether we're underestimating the Lord or we're underestimating the clear potential of a Hanabi-Lilia combo. Because if there's a composition that can clear an evolved Lord at 23 minutes, it should be one with a Lilia and Hanabi.
That is true. That is true. Game 1 on the line here for Team Ray Young. NAVI Philippines looking to close this, but will they be able to? G-Boy jumped very low.
Look at the zone already. Mirai in the back line now going to go for the zone, and pins her down with the RWM as well. Hanabi and Lilia not able to go for the hits. The base just gets wide open, and NAVI close it out with beautiful